Hi everyone, happy Monday. If you are new to the channel, my name is Heather Ness and my channel is It's Heather Ness. I'm so glad that you happen to be here today. This is our weekly numerology energy update, and this is my third one. I have so much fun with it. I'm excited to be here. It's also the last week in the year of 2024, week 52. So we're going to be looking at the numerology of week 52. We're going to be looking at the energy of the week, December 23rd. Yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be doing. If you are new to the channel, just so you know, this channel is all about spirituality, numerology, all kinds of fun stuff, metaphysical. It is coming from a newly rediscovered space in my heart. I definitely had a huge spiritual awakening, and I would actually really call it more of like a remembrance this last year. And it struck a chord deep inside, and I realized that I wanted to share my message. So I do have a newer channel, and if you are new to my channel, I would love it. Please show me a little support by clicking that subscribe button right now. Before we move forward, just go and click that button, subscribe. It is free. It does show me support, and my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers in the next 90 days. I am a newer channel, as you can probably see by the count of subscribers, and it just gives me some support. I just wanted, I started this channel really to just share my message and my enthusiasm for everything that is sort of sacred and personal. I really feel that a spiritual awakening is more of a rediscovery of who you are on the deepest level. I know that's how I felt in the last year. I've always had a bit of a pull to the mystical, all that good stuff, but I really dove in head first this year, and I'm so glad that I did. So, long story short, I just want to say thank you. I'm excited that you're here today. Today we are going to look at the numerology of the week. It is week 52 in 2024. So in numerology, if you're new to numerology, in numerology we do not we always reduce a double-digit number to a single digit, unless it's a repeating number of master numbers, which is an 11, a 22, or a 33. So week 52, when you add the two together, it equals a 7. So this is a week 7 for us as a collective week, universal week, whatever you want to call that. And that right there is kind of cool, because it's the last week before we jump into a new year, or maybe even if you want to view it like a new timeline. And a 7 in itself is a very introspective kind of number. The vibe of a 7 is a little more analytical, or I wouldn't really say analytical, but it's more introspective and philosophical. That's the word I'm looking for, philosophical. It's also a very spiritual number. So many, if not all, 7 energy will have a side that may appear a little more analytical or philosophical, but deep down inside, they're actually very spiritual beings. And so in a week 7, it's not going to be unheard of if you feel a little bit more connected to yourself, or the calling of wanting to connect deeper to yourself. I feel like the energy of this week, when I sort of was looking at the energy of the week, feels very introspective. And that lines up deeply with a 7. Many 7s are very introspective in themselves and or the world around them. They kind of like to be in their little cave or space or cocoon with the things that they love. They love to dive in deep when it comes to understanding stuff. They want to understand it very deeply. And I feel like this is a week where we're going to want to understand ourselves a little bit more, which is really an interesting mix, because it is the start of the holiday season. It is the week of the holiday season. December 23rd is the day before, the holiday Christmas Eve. And so, that's typically a time when we gather in big groups and or with the people that we love, whether it be friends or family, our little pet family, whatever it is that is fills our heart. It's usually when we gather. And with 7 energy, you're going to definitely want to do that, but you're going to want to kind of be a little more reserved. And so I find that very interesting energy. Although I will say, when it comes to leading up to the new year, I think it's a really beautiful energy for that time of the year. Because, a new year is almost like a new timeline. It gives you the opportunity to like start again, start over, continue something you're moving on to, move it to the next level. And the week leading up to that new year is a very introspective kind of week. And I find that that is so cool because in my personal feelings, I feel like 2025 is going to be a big awakening for a lot of people. And so it being a more introspective week, a week that we kind of want to cocoon in a little bit and just be around our like comforts is so beautiful. It's also going to be a week where, you know, the energy that I got, the color that I got from the week of this, you know, the energy of this week was blue. And blue is very like intuitive energy. It's very like connected. And so I feel like this might be a week where we might have some like intuitive hits or like downloads. Downloads are just like a thought that comes across as sort of inspired, and or great advice to be give to someone, or something that, you know, we say or do, you know, or write down that was just sort of like when you hear it back, look at it or read it back, you're like, wow, that was really amazing, and kind of a little surprise that came out of you. That's going to be this week. This week is going to be a bit more introspective. We're going to feel like we want to cocoon in a little bit, which very much aligns with the number seven energy. They like to sort of cocoon. The beauty in cocooning is that when a thing cocoons, it usually is reborn. And so the beauty in cocooning is that we're going to have an opportunity to sort of like leap out into this new year, really feeling re-energized and re-inspired and excited about that new beginning. And so I really love that. I would say that this is a week where we're going to feel connected, or a faint pull towards wanting to either know ourselves on a much more deeper spiritual way, or a deeper pull or a whisper of wanting to know higher spiritual knowledge. And so, you know, the number 7 is a very spiritual number. It is probably one of the more intuitive numbers. And when it comes to numerology, all numbers are intuitive. Just there are a few that it takes less work to get in connection with that divine energy or that higher self. Everyone can do it. Everyone has the ability to do it. But 7s tend to want to connect. And even though they are a little more skeptical in nature, they tend to believe what isn't seen. But again, they're also one that doesn't necessarily take other people's word for it. They've got to do their own, they've got to experience it themselves on a very deeper level to really believe, and or do their own research to verify and double check that. And that's really what this week's going to be about. It's going to be a week of wanting to be a little more introspective. It's going to be a week of wanting to cocoon and be with the people that we really love and we trust and we hold very deeply and closely to our heart. It's not going to be like an overly social where we want to be out and about with a lot of people. It's going to be more like the energy that we want to be with the close-knit people that really touch our heart and make us feel really, truly loved. And it's also a week where you're going to feel very like either a pull to a higher understanding, or you're going to feel very connected to, which I think is such a beautiful energy. And so the week 7 or week 52, I hope you all have a beautiful week, a happy holiday, and I just want to say thank you for being here and watching my video. Again, if you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe, please. Help me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers in 90 days or less. Of course, I would be totally good if it happens a lot faster than that, but I just want to say thank you again for your eyes on me. You have a beautiful week. Bye.